Happy New Year, guys! It's January 4th, 2021, and this is Nikki, you also known as Vestas Trader, and you're watching the Awesome 10X Global Market Update. So let's begin. It's the new year. Let us give you some inspiring thoughts. True innovation happens when you improve something by 10x rather than 10%. For most of you, you know that quote is inspired with Google's Larry Page. And I want to share a book, actually a passage from the New Capitalist Manifesto. It's a 2011 book by Umair Haque. Can you see it? Umair Haque. It's about building a disruptively better business. I'm going to read a passage in page 97, talks about resilience. Every kind of evolution requires selection. Biologists speak of natural selection, sociologists of social selection. Economic evolution requires competitive selection. Customers, buyers, suppliers must be able to choose freely and fairly between a firm and its rivals without interference from anyone, anywhere. Free and fair exchange is the bedrock of evolution because it drives competitive selection. Now, however, there are companies that stifle doing protectionism. They aren't driven by competitive selection. Instead, they want to focus mostly on survival of the quittest. Not the fittest, but survival of the quittest. Stagnation is the real price why Microsoft Windows has decayed earlier. Like we're talking about the Windows Vista time. Let's go back to Microsoft. Its Word and Excel programs barely evolved in decades year 2000 to 2010 before Satya Nadella. Windows has decayed to the point that many even refuse to upgrade to Vista, a costly disaster. Stagnation is the real price of Microsoft's protectionism. It has focused on survival of the quittest, the result being a value extractor rather than a value creator. However, Google is the anti-Microsoft, always mutating, changing, innovating. Yesterday, it was just a search engine. Today, you can search the full text of nearly every book you are watching Google YouTube today, published in the last 100 years of Google Book Search. Check your nearly infinite mail inside Gmail. Get your work done anywhere with Google Docs and spreadsheets. All are evolving a mile a minute because Google doesn't bundle them into Google Search, but focuses them through initiatives like the Data Liberation Front. Just a side note, yes, I am a long Google shareholder. I love the company, their goals, many reasons why. You can actually watch some of our Google classes, wearables, self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, digital advertising, and more. Now, speaking of survival of the fittest against Microsoft's products, take note though that this is an old book. Microsoft has changed for the better with cloud computing, with gaming, and many more. Nonetheless, let's discuss this. That's why it's one of the best turnarounds as well in the last decade, how Satya Nadella evolved a dinosaur to the cloud computing giant that's beating Amazon sometimes in the cloud computing format. Anyway, let's still read. The heartbeat of evolution is rapid, consistent, frequent experimentation, but its lifeblood is free and fair exchange. Resilient organizations create thicker value by evolving stuff that has become radically better. Sounds like Peter Thiel, 0 to 1. It has to be radically better, 10 times better. And so, it is Brian Fitzpatrick's concise summary of Google's great insight. Disrupt yourself before someone else comes along and does it. Gain the power to evolve thicker value faster. It is actually more consistent evolution. Hone that evolutionary edge of resilience to razor sharpness. So, instead of waging war on competition, wage peace instead. Seek freer, fairer exchange instead of pulling down the iron curtains of protectionism and stifle. The first principle is do not be evil. You can make money without being evil. Discover, articulate, live, value creation. The doors of evolution will open and the result is resilience. You must experiment. You must never want to threaten, coerce, or manipulate people into using your services. You're free to tell us if they suck by choosing one of our rivals. Please do so because that is the raw horsepower of resilience, the fuel of our evolutionary engine. So, guys, how do you evolve in 2021? Okay, I believe that this is a good quote for January people. Number one, January 1 is just a date on the calendar. So where did I share that? It's somewhere here. I shared it. But yeah, so for 2021, I know that a lot of people are asking, can you briefly tell me, Nikki? All right, here. January 1 is just a date on the calendar. We don't do an overhaul in just a day. It is a gradual, slow progress bringing about meaningful transformation. Just by listening to this channel 1 hour a day or 30 minutes in a day, you already are slowly progressing yourself into having an awesome 10x life. But shouldn't you not stop with that? And in fact, enter inside our awesome 10x courses and classes for just 2,000 a month. Be surrounded with people who do nothing but just communicate awesome 10x ideas for you every single day. So watch all of our awesome 10x commandments. And I just wanted to share a few things. Yes, in 2020, and it's going to be the same in 2021, one of my portfolio thesis for the next 10 years and beyond, it will be the same. Captain Planet, defeat the eco villains. So any company that and electrify your portfolio. So any company out there that is producing not just changing cars but changing the world is actually one of the best ways to put in your portfolio. Where is solar and wind power? Let's see. This came from World Economic Forum. 5 reasons that we should be optimistic about the world's clean energy future. The wind and solar as a percentage of total electricity generation in these countries, Germany and UK is big. Germany is 42%, United Kingdom is 33%, but United States is just 12. China is just 10. India is just 10, Japan is 10. Almost the entire world is less than 10%. The truth, guys, is that there's about 20 to 50 trillion dollars that will be involved in actually the transition to energy. I'm going to show you some slides for 2021 class. If you had $100,000 to invest right now, where would you invest in? And some of the answers there would come from this slide. China's energy consumption goal in 2050 is to become a non-fossil fuel. We aim to have carbon dioxide emissions peak before 2030. From 5 to 20 trillion dollars is the energy transition investment, solar panels, wind panels, and so forth. Now, of course, guys, you are free to come to class every Friday. However, let me just say, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day I have Zoom classes. It's every single day. And for only 2,000 bucks, is it worth your money? The answer is of course yes. We have shared a lot of testimonials and we have seen our clients go triple digits even in just a single quarter. It sometimes happens actually in a single month. But I'd say that on average, guys, we've got many clients making triple digit gains and the results are not to be disdained. It actually is just how great Awesome 10x picks are. So in fact, you could just check all of our 2020 videos and see whether what I'm saying is true or not. But let's read a few things. Fascinating article on manufacturing. Yes, we're talking about Vestas. Vestas transportation of turbine blades is a massive margin bottleneck. So let's understand the next big thing in manufacturing. Understand additive manufacturing, such as desktop metals. Study which of these companies are going to do well in the next 5-10 years. Vestas has also received a wind turbine company, the largest in the world, the global leader in sustainable energy solutions, has received a 504 megawatt order for a project in Colombia. The contract includes the supply and installation of our first Enventus turbines in Latin America, as well as a 15-year service agreement. Read more here. There's a lot inside the Vestas wind systems. In fact, you should probably be looking at this name as well. May your 2021 be powered by the wind, by the solar, and by all things clean planet. Now, study as well haptics. Yes, artificial muscles gives haptic feedback gloves a finer sense of touch. I'll be discussing Microsoft's foray with VR, virtual reality, and haptics. I'll also discuss a few companies inside that are actually gonna do well within the next 5 to 10 years. Of course, the first rule of compounding is to never interrupt it unnecessarily. A lot of our 2020 winners will continue to win in 2021, and it is wrong for us to sell them. It's okay to trim them, but it's never good to actually sell all of them. So there's a lot of companies. Is actually a good understanding. Just sharing some news. JD's group buying WeChat mini program. Jingxi, it's a copycat like the of a lot of group buying efforts. Take note that the monthly average user has gone from 3 million to 142 million in a single year. So Jingxi is expanding in tier 3 to 6 and cities and looks to be a major source of user growth. A lot of people are also asking me, what is the major benefit of entering Awesome 10X? Okay, there's a lot of major benefits. Number one, inner circle. You've got a lot of classes daily. You've got ways to learn how to portfolio construct, especially if you are coming from zero knowledge, because we are helping people who have zero prior knowledge investing globally. From setting up your account, all those newbie questions are answered within our community. Also, if you want to have a free, cheat sheets, we have summaries, which will actually explain to you which specific companies we actually want you to be buying at a certain level and what price. So there's going to be a lot of advantage, guys, to actually enter the Awesome 10X. And for 2021, we actually want to give you a very, very good discount. It's going to be a 20% discount for an annual rate because it's about 10,000 for 6 months, 20,000 annually. Those who subscribe before the year, I'm not sure if our deadline is next month. I think a month, maybe end of January. For those who will subscribe, January 2021 students, you can avail annual fee 20% discount or 16,000. So just wait for our complete updates. But definitely a lot of Awesome 10X students are happy. And I forgot to say this, guys. Yes, you might not be aware that Awesome 10X is doing global. But of course, understandably, I know that there's a lot of people making a lot of money in cryptocurrencies. It doesn't mean that the people inside Awesome 10X did not invest in cryptocurrencies. In fact, there's a lot of crypto miners that are actually discussed and will be interesting for some of you who are looking at them. So for those who aren't aware, of course, Coinbase, aka the interactive brokers of crypto in the US, is actually gonna go IPO next month, next month. And actually, of course, it will reinforce a lot of companies from the crypto miners and a lot. So actually, not last Friday, but the prior trading days, of course, EBON, aka eBank International Holdings, is one of the largest crypto miners, and we can actually take a look at some of these names. Let's read it together. EBON, Finviz. So these are crypto miners. So Bitmain is also gonna get listed. For those who are asking, how do crypto miners do? Just think of it as if you're just mining gold. If gold is $1,900 and your cost is about $200, $500, then the difference is your gross profit. Similarly, a crypto miner makes money from the average selling price in the market of that crypto asset, may it be Bitcoin or whatever digital assets versus the cost. So that's it. So we'll see. So these are actually crypto miners. So EBON was just listed actually, and it has already been going up because, of course, of the cryptocurrency exchanges. Launching in the first quarter of 2021, exclusive authorization of patent technology in Korea establishes digital asset financial service platform. So it has a subsidiary to become a cryptocurrency exchange. Crypto Miner aims to double the sales via their new exchange, and they're trying to do a lot of IPOs for that money for their exchange. So guys, maybe you don't know what an exchange does. An exchange is an available platform for you to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. It kind of works just like a casino. A buyer goes to a casino, a gambler pays an ante, whatever that bet goes up or down, the casino always wins. So in the same vein, when you go to a cryptocurrency exchange, one of the biggest ways to invest is to simply invest in the pick and shovels play. The same way that Grow Generation was our Grow Generation pick. From $12, it's now $40 in just maybe 6 months since coverage of a Grow Generation. Remember, we mentioned Grow Generation, awesome 10x idea. It was even given to you for free because I was very, very good to you. And a lot of updates, right? Acquiring this, acquiring that, GRWG, Grow Generation. So as a pick and shovels play of the cryptocurrencies, so they're August 14. So yeah, from August 14 till December, made about 300% on Grow Generation, making money while sleeping. Buy and wait. And wait, and then it goes up. Actually, you don't even have to wait because it went like 100% in just less than a month. And then take profit a little, just trim, and then let it go up, up, up. Okay, EBON. So let's take a look at EBON. Let's read the news together. EBON said that in December 31, that is going to launch a cryptocurrency exchange in the first quarter of 2021. It's a blockchain tech company in the global market. They are commencing and the public testing of their cryptocurrency exchange, and they'll launch officially by the first quarter of 2021. Mr. Dong Hu said that it's another step forward in expanding our business, and we want to explore other business opportunities for the crypto chain, such as establishing mining farms and optimizing the structure of our offerings in the blockchain industry value chain. So they already have a strong company when it comes to industry experience in ASIC chip designs. They are a leading Bitcoin mining machine producer with access to wafer foundry capacity. So they're a miner, but they want to also launch a financial tech platform. They want to go fintech, right? So trending, of course, hedge funds are also betting on recovery in 2021. Bitcoin holds near record. Ethereum just broke $1,000. Pinduoduo workers' death, renew scrutiny of 996 work culture. Agree with that. So there's still a lot of Chinese labor issues. 996, for those who aren't aware, is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. working nonstop for 6 days a week. But I think like I work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. too, and I don't complain. So I guess it depends whether you like your work or not. Okay, let's take a look at the same thing. Prices, the IPO, June 26. So EBANK actually listed at the market at just $5.23. And so I would say that a lot of people are taking a look at EBANK to actually be a potential 10x move, or at least a 1 to 2x move. There's a lot of other companies we could take a look at EBON, CryptoStar, CSTR, and many more. But I'd say that it's a free class, so probably sign up first inside and take a look at what 2020 awesome 10x picks continue to remain, and new names too. There's a lot of 10x ideas. All right, so let's read some company questions. Chamath Spax. Actually, from Chamath Spax, IPO ABCDEF. I know that a lot of people like Chamath, but however, I am not I mean, I'm okay. Open Door, Clover Health. I'm not a big believer of space tourism. However, SRAC went up, up, up. Momentous, actually. So I think that there are. I could be wrong. That I'm not too much. I'm not too much keen on these Martian dreams of Elon Musk. But maybe he's right. Like SpaceX and stuff, 10 to 18. I'm however a big fan of a lot of telemedicine and electrifying the world and solar, carbon neutral world. So I'm more of if Chamath has a carbon neutral related SPAC, I'd probably get on with it. But for now, I I'm more in tune with other SPACs, specifically EV SPACs. Did we find Jack Ma yet? Okay, that is also a big news happening right now. Jack Ma is not seen. So you know how it is. Like there's a lot of conspiracy theory about why Jack Ma is missing. 2 months after the mystery, right? So Alibaba is under pressure. So the thing about going against the Chinese communists, it always is a. I shall read the news. The founder of Alibaba has vanished for over 2 months after he came in conflict with President Xi Jinping. For all we know, he's either alive or tortured. I'm not sure. Conspiracy theories will have to think about what happened. Ma flayed the CCP government's pawn-shop financial regulators and state-owned banks in an incendiary speech in Shanghai back in October, and further calling for reform of a system that has stifled business innovation. He likened global banking regulations to an old people's club. That's true. So just like my first speech today, it's hard to be liberal. I would say that these criticisms have blocked the Ant Group IPO, sadly. And we just have to wish that Mr. Jack Ma is safe. So far, I'm not really sure. But yeah, so we don't know what's happening to Jack Ma. However, what we do know is that any drops of Alibaba shouldn't be a huge concern. Alibaba is the largest cloud computing firm. There is a lot of options. I know that for the short term, 260 is a resistance. It could well go even to 200 or 180, right? From 320 to fall to 180. That's a huge discount, given that, of course, Jack Ma didn't do anything wrong except speak his mind. So, yeah, I don't know where Jack Ma is either. What is the ticker symbol for Polish gaming company CD Projekt? So CD Projekt, I am aware, is also having a lot of backlash in their PS4 glitches. CD Projekt is listed in Poland, but it's also listed in the OTC market as OTGLY. CD Projekt is listed as well in US. So you could see that from $30, it fell to $18. Even if it can go to 16, I would say that this is a buying zone. 18 all the way to 14. You could see that these are actually valuable companies that shouldn't deserve that drop. Or actually, you should see it more as an opportunity. That drop is actually a good thing for the people who don't have it yet. So I noticed that Curious, good job. Yeah, Curiosity Stream is the Discovery Channel founders SPAC, and I'm okay with it. Actually, Curiosity Stream, you might not know, was actually an awesome 10x idea. Although I'm not too sure about this. So I discussed it as SACQ when it was still SAQN, right? So SAQN, before it became Curie, was still $10 that time. It even fell to $9. And I was like wondering, maybe it's not electric vehicle. That's why nobody likes it. And maybe it's a niche market. And so given the abundance of a lot of streaming ideas, I agree that Curie is a niche product. It is not going to be comparable to your Netflix. It is just Netflix for documentaries at the end of the day. However, for those who like Curie, then I'm sure that you just hold on to your winner. It's not a super strong name, if you will ask me. You've got a legit partner. You've got some great founders. Let me just try to find out my prior readings on Curie. Wait up, guys. As for I think so. Yeah, I analyzed it October 1. This is the founder, the same guy from the same guy who built so it's really more of a cutting the cord story, right? And I like Roku, of course, discuss these names. And as you could see, guys, the thing about streaming is that the world, the biggest should actually be mostly games. So these are all people using their time for playing Valorant, Counter Strike, League of Legends, other games. So you could see that this is just a reason to own Activision, actually, which is also an Onyx name. Total number of hours watched, as you could see, it's Twitch versus Facebook, YouTube, Mixer. So I don't think that I am gonna see a 10x trend, or I might be wrong, guys, because I do think that the 10x names are in the gaming, or even if Curiosity Stream is an award-winning nonfiction programming, I think that the biggest move of this is either it gets bought out by a bigger streaming giant. But the beautiful thing, of course, is that it already is a partner, right? So for those who aren't aware, Curiosity Stream, you can access it everywhere. Smart TV, Samsung, LG, Xbox One, Amazon Fire Sticks, Roku, Amazon Kindle, Chromecast. So those, so they also have a lot of partners. In summary, the content is king. Agree. Of course, it is a cable pioneer. Mm, and I was explaining about the budget thing, about how many people would likely choose to have a Curiosity if they're already a Netflix and HBO Max or a Disney Plus streamer. So there's a lot. Like you could see that, in our review, we tried to study all the services. There's like Tubi, there's like, people are asking me about Fubo, and I said, Fubo TV is such a niche. I'm not a sports fan, but I believe that the people who are sports fans are a big fan of that. So those are the things that you would see. Like it's probably in the D or E tier. The A Bs would be, the superior ranks would be your Netflix, your probably the HBO Max and the Disney Plus, right? So the superior ones. Yeah. So it's all about the content. Unless people would really tell me that but are the subscribers good? So far, these are the stats, guys. If you are not aware, Curiosity Stream has 30 million subscribers, 100% revenue growth. They're already in 175 countries. They've got thousands of documentaries, all for just less than $20 per year. So, they've got a lot. You've got 4K monthly, annual, science, history, technology, nature. Education is found everywhere. That's the thing. So, I am okay, but I am not super duper. I'm not sure. Like, I know that some of the Awesome 10X clients like documentaries, and so they are a subscriber of Curiosity Stream, and they also invested in it. I always tell people that I want you to own the companies you believe in. So you have to. Like, if you're a gamer, you can't tell me that you don't have games in your portfolio, right? And so that's really how I think. Okay, so let me just read a few things. So Curiosity answered that. BNGO. Okay, that is bio nanogenomics. I would love to hear your due diligence. Their genomic sequencing is a lot more than PACB, Pacific Biosciences. It is a really interesting scientific. Okay, so BNGO was actually being asked not just by you, but by existing Awesome 10X members. To be honest, I'm late here, and I didn't study it. Even if a lot of what I did was I told people that I know I'm late. Yes, it went from 60 cents to $3, right? And so I might end up having to just put it in my study lists, but it's because I saw that at $1 I felt I was late already. So like I was congratulating the people who have it, but not me. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm not quite I'm not very well versed, to be honest, when it comes to biotech and healthcare space. So not that good on it. But it's in my to study list. If I have stocks, including ASIN and MAC, which is worth about 1.5 million, however, it is on margin, my margin will cost about 600 All right, it's a new year, but I still have a lousy internet connection. Sorry about that. But so yeah, let me just discuss that some of those names in the companies that you see would have 20% downside, but 100 to 200% upside. So what I'm saying is that let's assume that you are holding a company that you're already up more than 100%. Typically, what you want to do is trim your profit or your capital. Let's say your 500,000 is now 1.5 million. You try maybe 500,000 and then you just leave it, the rest leave it to the Philippines, and then the rest transfer it to USA. There's a lot of companies that you might not be aware of that you could actually make some 10x moves. So in fact, I'll give you some free ideas. Vestas companies, wind turbine. I think that you have to put something in your mind, the fact that they are winning contracts. Before the year ended, they won some really huge orders here. And take a look at the news flow on wind farms and the commitments of the world. Understandably, Vestas already went 3x, I think, for the year, for year 2020. However, in my view, there are some companies that might even still continue to go 3x even after the last year. So Vestas is VWDRY. It's an OTC. It's actually in CHF, right? Swiss francs. You could see that it has already rallied from 22 to 78. That's already a triple. But this is actually a company that, in my view, on any dips might actually be taken advantage of. Something to put in your mind. Actually, oops, sorry. Let me just share screen. I forgot. I didn't share my screen. Share screen. All right. Yeah. So I'll be honest. Yeah, this one. And I don't know if I should share to you some more ideas. I think that I want to reserve some ideas inside the Awesome 10X circle. But definitely, I've seen at least ten companies, not necessarily just SPACs. There are some great companies in the sustainable energy space that you might actually not want to miss out. And so I hope that you try to log in, go inside Awesome 10X. We're gonna discuss a lot of companies that will be worth your buck. So do us everyone a favor, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Awesome 10X. Hopefully, we get to reach 100,000 members. Joke. Well, we just have 4,000 subscribers right now inside our YouTube channel. Hopefully, more people will subscribe in the videos and also eventually convert. Go inside our Awesome 10X channel, inside our paid. You can actually check out our videos on mobile with the Kajabi mobile app, and go inside our Slack, wherein we actually are a team. So why do I say it's a team? Yes, it's me. But I relish the fact that some of our Awesome 10X members share ideas which I verify and approve that actually turns out to be actually a great idea. Case in point, yes, Pack B was actually an Awesome 10X idea. I didn't get in, but some of us did. Pack B at least less than 13 times. No, sorry, Pack B even as early as $4 or $5. I think Pack B right now is at $20, right? I kind of hate sometimes when I don't have it, so I don't look anymore at the company. But I was told about this company at about $5. Oh my God, it's 25. Yeah, so actually, there's a lot of great companies that I'd say that I am more of an EV fan, to be honest. So yeah, you got stuck. I missed out your answer. Yeah, so my answer is that you have to diversify. So you diversify in many asset classes and in many geographies. So we have ideas in China. We have ideas. Example, I'll give you some Chinese ideas. No, actually, Ganfeng Lithium and 305 and Razer went so warp speed, right? So I knew about General Motors as a group. Oh my God, it's 20% up today. Geesh. I thought, shucks. But this one is a great company, guys. For those who aren't aware, General Motors has been doing well in their Wuling Motors investment because, of course, a lot of Chinese individuals have, of course, been buying a $4,500 car. Indeed, from about less than 30 cents here, 22 cents to as high as $4. This continues to go higher again. And Wuling Motors is now trading at $2.74 in Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Yes, 1337, for those of you who know, is also a 1337 Razer, the Apple of gaming. Yes, we said to buy at 220. Now it's trading at 250. Continues to go higher, I believe. 270 will break, in my view, and will go somewhere in the realm of $3 to $4 next year. Well, next year is already this year. So yeah, so about 12 months already. About 12 months further. So these are the awesome TEDx deep dives. To be honest, I give so much free deep dives for you that some inner circle believe that sometimes the free is getting too much. So there. GIVO. What is GIVO? Sorry, I didn't study GIVO. What does it do? Global. What is this? From $1 to $4. This company is a renewable chemicals biofuel company. Okay, so petroleum based. Okay, so they're a renewable energy too. I'll study this. Looks like something that I'll be studying at. Next generation of chemicals, biofuels, the company's isobutanol technology. Okay. I don't know much about the company, to be honest. So this is the first time that I'm reading this. So I have no idea. Well, let me put it in my study list. So BNGO, I feel I'm late. So but people are saying, I guess people who have it would just hold on to it. Are you using IBKR chart right now? Nope, I'm using TradingView. I'm a cheapskate. I use tradingview.com. I use investing.com. I just use a lot of free stuff. Yeah, so like this is also when I check like coinmarketcap.com. I just check it. So yeah. You could see that actually this movements of the movements of crypto will actually influence the movements of Bitmain, Ebon, CAN, which is a Canadian company, which is also listed in US. Yeah, so notice, no? Canaan is a Bitcoin mining company as well, the developer of supercomputing chips. So overall schemes for so yeah. So in general, I'd say that in the short term, you've got a very strong movement for these companies like Canaan, potentially stronger moves for your EBAN and so forth. There's really a lot. So yeah. All right, guys. Global markets, you can have fractional shares. Don't forget it. Fractional shares means that if you don't have $1,000 worth for, let's say you're buying something like a company that's well, $1,800, like Google examples, and you want to just buy $100 worth of that, you can do fractions. So there. Thoughts on Adobe and Autodesk? I think they're good names, SaaS names, but I don't think that I'll 10x in them. So those who have it, hold on to it. But those who don't have it, find other 10x names. Thank you very much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And see you again once again tomorrow. Bye-bye.